Hello and welcome to another month of the Abusecartoons Livestream. So this is the live stream for August, and yeah, the green screen is kind of messed up. Here, let me see if I can fix that a little bit. Technical stuff right off the bat here. Yeah, I'm not going to fuss with it too hard. There's going to be shadows. All right. Yeah, it's been forever since I've been online. Lots of stuff came up. Yeah, I had family visiting, and then right at the end of the visit, funeral. So a grandmother passed. So now everyone's all out of grandparents. But that was oh, this is really bad, isn't it? Yeah, that was very out of nowhere, very sudden. We got kind of noticed that she wasn't doing well in the morning, and then by that evening, that was it. All right, let me see if I can... Sorry, keep fussing with this. Yeah, nice choice of a white t-shirt, too. I'm just like a floating head. Got to remember that. So good to see everybody in the chat, Matt and Dude. Yes, long time no see. Hey, how's it going? But yeah, so we've missed the weekly week because of the funeral. It was right on the Friday, or the wake was on the Friday. The ceremony was on Saturday, and it ended up being a COVID cluster and all kinds of wonderful stuff. So yeah, that was that was really, really poorly done. I'm just glad nobody stayed overnight, because the funeral home has a place so you can actually stay. There's a tatami room, kind of sleeping arrangements. We can stay with the body if you want to over that first night. And nobody did that, thank goodness, because there would have been more sick people. Yep. So a little kid relative showed up with a fever and didn't want to take refused to take a swab test, being a little kid, and they wouldn't force him. So yeah, we found out after. So if you're getting a fever or a headache or anything, a sore throat, it might be very frustrating. Yeah. So the pandemic continues. The infection rates here are nice and high again. It's weird because it's the middle of a hot summer. But I dodged another bullet, so I didn't yeah, don't have any symptoms, and it's been a week. So, but what a week! What a week! Oh yeah, I'm actually kind of too dark now, not under the light. Oh well, so technically that's going to be the problem. Is doing this once a month is going to make the technical problems even worse. But hope everyone is doing well and you're not suffering from any. Oh wait, maybe there's gamma too. Any horrible stuff. Yeah, so plague. A plague. Hey Carolina, how's it going? Oh, that's right. We are on the Upturned table as well. Yeah, so on both on YouTube, the Abusecartoons channel and the Upturned table channel, because I thought I would get the most out of this monthly stream. But yeah, good to see. Yeah, the name's familiar, but I don't. Can't remember our last conversation. I can't remember much recently. There's big gaps in my memory now. Probably a little heat stroke in there. But yeah, appreciate everybody in the chat. Yeah, and all kinds of. It's just good for things to. It will be good when things get back to normal. Hasn't happened yet. This is not looking right. Yeah, so I'm drawing less. If I don't draw weekly, if I'm drawing monthly, I draw less. So it's going to be harder to get going here. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, this is my second big Japanese relative's funeral. The grandfathers had all passed. They were both smokers, so they had passed before I was in the picture. But yeah, the grandmothers are long-lived. And yeah, so it's pretty amazing, the funeral style here. And actually there was a delay. I guess this is, it's a pretty busy season, so the cremation centers had kind of a backup. So we had to reschedule the actual funeral day, because on the day of the funeral with the priest and the ceremony, you go with the body to the crematory and go through all that stuff. Yeah, if you don't know about that, that's pretty interesting. So the body's cremated, and then you, with kind of long, kind of ceremonial chopsticks, you pick the bones from the ashes and place them in an urn, and you go toes to, you go like, you logically, brother. Okay, just a second, be right back. All right, well, constant interruptions, but I guess I'm going to have to expect that doing a longer stream at home in the middle of the day. There's not much, no way to really avoid it. All right. Yeah, so it's, yeah, so, yeah, you pick the bone. So that's why, etiquette-wise, you don't pass things from chopsticks to chopstick, because that reminds people of the ceremony at the funeral. So, yeah, that's where that comes from. But that's, yeah, it's very interesting. And it's also surprising, like, how much survives each person, like what comes out of the process, the cremation process, is different for each person. So It's very strange. And there was a book that was placed. So you put some items or some food or something, something maybe that was their favorite along with the body. And there was a book that was placed in there, and it didn't burn. It just kind of turned into, it almost looked like a brain or some kind of like strange water flower. It just kind of crisped into this strange, you could see the pages, and it had no color anymore. It was all this like strange antique paper color, but it didn't burn. That was interesting. I wonder what, if it was just, the age of it and how it was configured, or, maybe they treated the paper with something to make it, less flammable or something, because it was an older book, so who knows what kind of crazy ideas they had back in the day. You don't want your library to burn your house down, so we'll put some, whatever flame retardant in the paper stock. But that was really interesting. I couldn't figure out what that was for the longest time. All right, but yeah, good to see everybody. Oh, 2 years. Wow. Oh, I remember. Yeah, hang in there. Yeah, that's right. I remember we were talking on the stream a while back. It's good to see you again. I hope things have gotten better. Yes, that's right. I do remember you now. That's right. Yeah, it has been a while. Wow. Yeah, so I went, so things have changed with the stream. I'm not doing the weekly. The cartoon is still weekly, but I do them all in a big bunch now. All right, I don't know what this is. Yeah, I gotta get up to speed here. I got a lot of work to do. A lot of drawing that needs done in just a few hours. But yeah, so we got to get back to everything. We missed out on our role play session, and everything got postponed. And it didn't help that there was like severe heat warnings and everything, so it was really, really bad. So all of the kind of older family members we had to be careful with, and use taxis and things instead of just walking to the stations. Let's do a little more, like a more graceful line. Instead of walking to the train station then in the heat, because the sun was just brutal. And all the ceremonies and stuff were early, kind of in the middle of the day, morning and early afternoon. So no relief. All right. But yeah, so that was and it's such a long process too. It's really amazing. How long it takes. And people traveled, from, and nobody from out of the country, but everybody from all over. So that was good. Yeah, I was just, by the end of that, I was absolutely exhausted. That Sunday, last Sunday after the funeral, I was useless. I couldn't do anything. And then I got back to posting some John Carter. So I've got everything built now and uploaded. So the rest of the 11 John Carter episodes will be coming out on the Upturned Table channel over the next couple of days. And we'll get back to some Dune. Yeah, I got to get in that mindset again. I've still been really distracted. I haven't listened to the previous session again yet, or done any more reading. I did get the digital copy of just to see if it was inspiring, the digital copy of the, what was it, the fall of the Jihad, the Fall of the Emperor. So I wanted to see if there was anything in there, because even in the yeah, even in the starter set and things, there were some useful ideas. So I'm curious how some of that unfolds, and that might give me some idea how to handle some of the bigger events in our timeline, because we're still like 65 years ahead of the book. So we'll see. Oh no. Yes, so I'm drawing a bunch of different, trying to draw a bunch of different stuff. So I've got about 9 cartoons to draw, so I got to come up with a few different ideas. Yeah, first time I did this, it went really, I guess I had missed a drawing enough that it went really quick, but I'm not feeling the same today. I'm still a bit out of it because it hasn't, the heat has not relented. All right. Yeah, and so much has happened. Yeah, it's getting to the point where there's the lines are being drawn and the news is going to get absolutely, wow, that looks better than I thought, absolutely intolerable. They've only got 100 days to stoke the culture war to get those suburban housewife voters out swinging in their states. So we'll see how that all goes. All right. Oh yeah, maybe some like a piece of pineapple. So pineapple is, oh no, it's a ring. That's right. Yeah. So even when they leave the skin on it, it's kind of a ring. But let this be your oasis from talking about the American election. Did enough of that when family was here. All right. It's not looking very round, is it? But it's got to have some depth, so I'm going to do this. There we go. That's pineapple-y, right? I can do the rest with coloring. Here we'll do a slit where it was supposed to be on the edge of the drink. Oh, man. Yeah, it's probably a good time to get unengaged. Oh, chocolate fondue. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we went to a shabu shabu restaurant, like a kind of like a family restaurant, but you had like individual rooms. It wasn't like everybody in a giant Denny's kind of dining room. Oh yeah, so we could do like chocolate covered. Oh yeah, let's do like chocolate covered strawberries or something. So you get to choose kind of 3 different soups or 3 different, things to cook your meat and veggies and stuff in, and it was good. So we did like a Szechuan, kind of a tantamen, like a spicy ramen soup, a sukiyaki, kind of a sweet one, where you put in the raw eggs, which was a little bit dicey because this is not the season to be eating raw eggs. This is when most raw chicken and raw eggs is a little dangerous. That is a giant strawberry, isn't it? Let's do that a little bit. Okay. And then just the regular kind of soup for like a kombu, that just like a seaweed kind of soup base. All right. Yeah, let's do that, and maybe do a little chocolatey spoon. Yeah, let's do chocolate covered strawberries. It'll be a big pot of melted chocolate. All right, so we got a couple here going. Let's see. Oh, wrong layer. Let me take this and put it on its own layer. Nice. Mushroom and chocolate fondue. Nice. Yeah, but there was a lot of really good stuff there, and it's kind of a flat. It's kind of a time limit, all you can eat thing. I think it's like an hour or 90 minutes or something. So you just order kind of a course, and that has the range. So one course is just only pork, and then one's pork and beef, and then one's like everything, like, you know, a bunch of like different seafood and stuff. And it's all, everything is turning into ordering on tablets now. So it's all the kind of iPad ordering. But it just seemed endless. You can get a lot of stuff. You can eat a lot in that time. All right, and this and this. Okay, so let's just put all this stuff on in another place here. There we go. Oh, did we not get the pots? Yeah, so that was fun. We hadn't done that kind of a place before. Where did this even go? Oh, in the last one? Yeah, there it is. Is it? No. Oh, yeah, the pan's not there. Great. But yeah, so my cousin that was here broke out the Michelin apps. We were eating some pretty good food, but some pretty overpriced stuff. And he even said that a bad thing that happens is when somebody gets their star, or when somebody gets their like little, in the app it's not only Michelin starred places, it's just like kind of recommended stuff. So it's not stuff that the guide or whatever is recommending. But he even said that, yeah, sometimes when they after they get that status, the quality goes way down because they have a built-in built-in clientele then. And they get a little lazy, and the quality of the food gets a little cheap. And a couple places, I think that happened. But overall, it was not bad. We had some fun stuff. A really good pork cutlet place, which was amazing. I never thought that it could get that good. It was really really nice, really amazingly tender, kind of like almost a pork roast, except it was a cutlet. It was a fried cutlet, so not something you would expect to be amazing. But that was fun. Yeah, I'm really bad at being a tourist in Japan. I think that's why I haven't like done any touristy stuff for the wasn't able to do any stuff for the Abusecartoons channel, is I just don't have that eye anymore. None of that stuff looks fun, and now it's so crowded. And I guess I could hunt down some unusual places or something kind of unique that would be hard to find. But yeah, I just don't have a good eye for it anymore. It's funny how everything becomes familiar, so it's like, oh, is that interesting? I don't know. I don't know. Is that a fun thing to look at? So yeah, it's fun when family visits, because then I see that again. I start to see, oh, okay, this is what you'd want to, go see or whatever if you're visiting. And my cousin had already spent a month in, oh good, I'm on the right layer. In Laos, in Southeast Asia. I guess I shouldn't give too many details. In Southeast Asia, so yeah, he was already kind of used to the weather and everything, which was good. Because that's usually the worst adjustment. And yeah, oh, maybe a little darker, right? And so yeah, we can move around without too much misery. Nice. Ooh, hot cider. Whoa. Very cool. Hey, K5, how's it going? Rage rooms? No, I don't think so. Is it like a like someplace to whoa, get out your aggression? I think that's in Japan. That's the karaoke box. You just go and sing some death metal at the little karaoke boxes here. If you need to get out your your stress, that's probably the closest thing. And plus, there's not a lot of physical, like it's really discouraged, like physical expressions of like anger and stuff. So I don't think culturally they would like want to reinforce it as much, which is funny. Yeah, because I was still had a bit of a temper when I first came to Japan, and I noticed people do not react well to that. So I had to kind of get that under control if I was going to live here. Yeah, because it's really shocking, in public and sometimes, like older men especially get that like, old person rage where they just, they become more violent and they start slamming things around and yelling when they get angry, where it wasn't really part of their personality before. So that's very startling for a lot of people here when that happens on a train or, in a public place because they don't expect it. And it also, but immediately people are, that's looked down on, for doing that. So it doesn't work very well as, getting your way or whatever, if you're going to have a physical response to things that usually doesn't go great here. And that was the thing, I can't remember. It's been so long, I probably didn't talk about this, but I didn't know this. There was somebody I was asking a legal question because a lot of, especially like the part-time teachers here and stuff that are just here for the, drinking money, basically. They get into fights, they get drunk and get into fights at bars and stuff, or when they're out and get arrested. And I was very surprised by that, especially if they didn't start anything. But I guess the only correct recourse in any sort of physical altercation is just to run. You're not allowed legally to do anything else because you're charged. There's not, I don't know how they like the terms for that, but they don't look for an aggressor. Like, who started it doesn't matter. If you did anything physical to anybody, you're both equally charged. So both combatants in a fight will you will get kind of equal punishment. So I thought that was interesting. And they don't quite have the raging drunks here that you do. I mean, now that there's more tourists, I'm sure it's happening more, so the police have to deal with a lot more nonsense. But yeah, I was surprised by that. It's like, oh, that's a mess. And once local Japanese start figuring that out, they can start picking fights with tourists and having all kinds of fun. All right. Because it's just like, traveling in Mexico or whatever. If you don't know the law and you don't know somebody's asking for a bribe, or, you don't know kind of what the deal is. All right. There we go. Maybe he's sad. We can always change that. The pan had a lot more chocolate left. All right, I should probably... Well, no, I haven't written anything. Yeah, nice to see everybody in chat. K5, that's great. Nice. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I haven't owned a bike in Japan. I've only owned cars. It's possible, yeah, because I know you need licenses. You need to register bikes so that they can deal with people, they haul bikes away pretty quickly if you don't park them in kind of appropriate places. If you just leave your bike outside of a shop or whatever, chances are, instead of getting a ticket, somebody might just haul it away. Although I think they do tag it. I think they tag it first. But if you leave your bike somewhere for too long, that's not an actual place, a bike parking place or whatever. But I think they do. You probably do need definitely a license. It has to have some kind of license number on it, so they can track down the owners. And it's possible, yeah, because you can't ride a bike. I don't know if this is the same in the U.S. or not, but you can't ride a bike intoxicated. They will arrest you for drunk cycling. Drunk cycling is an arrestable offense here, and the punishments for driving, biking, whatever, while intoxicated are pretty bad. I don't know if it's the same as on a bicycle, but. Yeah, I thought that was funny. All right. Try to censor this a little bit more. But you do need a proof of a parking space before you buy a car here, because they don't want to. They're trying to cut down on the illegal parking, so you have to have. Proof that you have a parking space. So I think there's some sort of documentation, like if you build a house, there's some sort of document that shows, we have a garage, or we built a parking space with the house, or, if you're paying for one, like you're in the city and you're paying for one. And I think they're more strict with it in the city, because that's where it becomes the bigger problem is, cars just, parked in alleys and driveways and stuff here where they cause trouble. But that was funny for me. So that's like one of the bigger expenses. It's probably about the same as insurance, but you have to buy a parking space before you buy a car. So you literally go into a car dealer with proof of parking. We don't need to see proof of insurance. We need to see proof of parking. All right. Oof. And I'll do the kind of... Yeah, I want to get one of these uploaded quick. I think, before 4 o'clock. Just for today's cartoon. So let me finish one of these. Maybe I'll just go with the chocolate one. Yeah, let me just do that. And I'll save it as something else, because is it the 30th? The 1st. Oh, yeah. Oh, this one's the 1st. Okay, well, let's just finish this one then. So I don't have to screw up my numbering beyond all recognition. All right, so what is this? The end of a blue Hawaiian or something? Let's do something weird and bright blue. Yeah, so it feels weird to be gone for so long. It's hard to get back in the rhythm of everything. And also, too, after we heard the COVID stuff, we slept separately for a little while, just in case one of us got it. So a bunch of nonsense came out of the funeral and everything. All right, let's do some purple. That like half printed thing that's supposed to look like a flower or something. There we go. All right, let me just do the shadows. Yeah, and it's summer vacation now too. Only a couple weeks though. I remember having like 2.5 months or 3 months almost summer vacation, and now here, and probably in the U.S. too, kids barely get any. And it's a little bit easier here because it's less common for both parents to be working, so you can be home for the summer and have some fun stuff to do. And then if you're in a sports club through school, you often have tournaments and stuff in the summer for baseball and stuff. Kind of what is that? Kind of intramural type stuff. All right, so something like that. Maybe even a little lighter so it's kind of diluted. Yeah, wait, I guess we want it to... Oh, no, actually we want it to read as very blue, don't we? Yeah, so it doesn't read like water. Let's do that. And then I can do a white line for the level. Yeah. But yeah, that was... I think it's the same. I think maybe everything is still like it was. But it seems much less thrilling. Oops, this way, there we go. Much less to look forward to. Yeah, I can't think of, I guess it goes, yeah, that's right, I did this wrong. It goes this way, yeah, it kind of radiates. So the cut would be the only thing that would be off. The pineapple itself would, what is going on here, would radiate out more. That's what it looks like. Yeah, like this. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering why it was looking so wrong. All right. But yeah, the delicacy of, and these are like PhD candidate students, but how difficult it is to deal with younger people. So these aren't young people. These are people like in their late 20s, probably. And yikes. It sounds like it's very hard to, everything is offensive and everything is like, it's just a real pain in the ass. They're not excited about anything. They're all addicted to like the micro dopamine hits of, their phones. So you can't keep them off their phones. Sounds really shitty. Yeah, I can't imagine teaching in the U.S. All right. Yeah, but for people paying a lot of money and trying to do something pretty significant academically, sure sounded pretty soft and weak. Sorry, try to do that as off camera as possible. But it is, academia. So yeah, university level stuff. So I think the people that stick around and get PhDs, yeah, they're not exactly going to be the hardiest folks. I guess that makes sense. All right. Let's write this one and I'll upload it. All right. The melty remains of a tropical drink. Oh, Carolina. Good point. Good point. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about the sneeze. But yeah, Yeah, I think it is a very, you know, privileged, delicate part of the world, because they've gotten that drilled into them so heavily. This their guilt and things are off the charts. So yeah, pretty brutal. Can't imagine it. And it wouldn't have any patience for that. It's just like, yeah, that kind of weird weakness. But now we can understand, I can understand why things are fucked up, is just because people are so traumatized by the slightest thing, the slightest incursion. Okay, so the watery remains of a so for that price, he expecting. Oh, actually, the glass didn't pay for it, though. It would be the customer that would be thinking about the price. A quick... Oh, yeah, maybe I should put some little drips of the blue liquid everywhere, too. A quick... Boy, having some overly sweet, comma... It had been a quick, overly sweet tropical escape. Yeah, something about it. Sorry, jeez. This is a couple of drops of stuff here. So it looks a little bit more violent. Yeah, oh, yeah. Jeez, sorry. Yeah, that being in air conditioning a lot has got my throat all dried out as well. It's fun. Yeah, let's do the the one half of the pineapple sucked up a little bit of the the blueness. There we go. So a quick... Yeah, good idea. Good idea, Carolina. Let's keep it light. All right, yeah. So the weekly, I think it'll be an early one tomorrow. So 12:30 this time, so like 8:30 West Coast time in the U.S. Escape to a tropical paradise. Let's do it like that. Sweet escape. Tropical. It had not really been. It had kind of been. So it had been a quick, overly sweet escape to a tropical paradise. It was more of a... I think the disappointment isn't quite coming across. a quick, a, momentary is more fun maybe than quick. Oh, instead of paradise, let's just disappoint me. A momentary, overly sweet escape to tropical disappointment. That gets across the disappointment is the word. A momentary, oh, so it's not even a sentence though. It was. Doesn't have to be a sentence, but there we go. Okay, that's the tone, I think. Tropical disappointment. A momentary escape to tropical disappointment. All right, well, let's upload this guy. It's all saved. Yeah, this August really snuck up on me. I'm surprised. Wait, Thursday? Thursday, I have to do the stream. Very quick. All right. Oh, glad you can see how slowly I'm navigating this. There we go. Jeez. And the computer is even slower. All right. So let me just upload this while we're talking. Oh, thanks, Carolina. Yeah, it's fun. I've been doing this forever, so I don't even, come on, FTP, let's do this. Yeah, it's a, it was very hard at first, and you can kind of see that in the very early cartoons, to come up with a tone, like a consistent tone. But that was kind of part of the, you know, like the longevity of the idea is if it's something that you can stick with and it's got a consistency to it. So that's why I'm glad I didn't overcommit to, you know, a complicated multi-panel story-based cartoon, because I never would have been able to produce it. Okay, let me get some. Okay, what's going on here? I can't, it hasn't indexed this directory. Am I in the wrong place? Weird. Yeah, it's only going up to 2020. Come on. What is happening? Yeah, let's see here. Am I in the wrong? Oh yeah, I'm in a backup of the. Yes, so my backup only goes up to 2020. That's good to know. You gotta be careful. I don't have a hard drive that fails. There it is. That's right. I backed up the folder, but I did it 4 years ago, so I guess I should. Have a little more current version, but you know, it's all on the server. The little JPEGs are all on the server, but we'll see. All right, well, we're waiting for the directory. Oh yeah, so the name, it came real quick when I was drawing. After I drew on a series of the cartoons, I was just imagining. So it was a lot about the relationships between the things, and then I realized it wasn't so much the relationship between the things as they were like acting out. There was like a little passion play of inanimate objects like mirroring, the people that lived in those houses, the people that interacted with those things. And the name itself kind of came from just the thinking about the scale of because when something like I wanted the name to be a little provocative and kind of be a little bit of a gatekeeper to the sense of humor, so have people know kind of what to expect. And I like the idea of the scale of abuse is it can be very small. It can be a look. It doesn't have to be a closed fist or a actual physical violence. There's a lot of mental punishment that goes on between people, and just playing that out with little inanimate things I thought was funny. But it does, because I went to the Cartooning Society Awards one year and showed a couple of like pretty famous cartoonists my stuff, and they didn't react to the title, but women always react to the title. And I think that's a little bit of a, kind of over conditioning. But I always have I love saving the comments of people who are like, what the hell, what's the deal with the name of this cartoon? And it also came out of, a less politically correct time. And I kind of liked the fact that it was so simple. It was just kind of deadpan little objects, but the name of it seemed like it was going to be much more, like something much larger. But I like the small, simple scale because it's kind of misnamed in that way, but it makes sense with the kind of what I was trying to do. It might have been better to come up with some kind of one word thing. A lot of one word, cartoons tend to do better, but I also probably hurt my marketability. Although I had some interesting offers, like publishing offers and stuff, so I don't think it was actually that bad. There's just like some hypersensitive and overprotective individuals that want to have a big reaction about it. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, and it stuck right away. Like I didn't have multiple ideas or anything. I just like right away. It was about abuse, and probably because it was I was going through. It was during my separation from my ex, and I was just thinking about a lot of that stuff about how we tortured each other for years, and especially towards the end of our relationship, and kind of the scale of that and everything. So it was definitely inspired by unpleasantness and maybe just trying to process the kind of grief, the loss of a relationship and the kind of what went wrong kind of thing. And also to kind of, have some kind of, get some sort of sense of things. So put that kind of frustration and disappointment and hurt into, something that was like sad and funny, try to do something with it, kind of process it in a different way. All right. Let's rate. Well, no, we can save this. This guy's all finished. Let's save him. We'll write them in one big pass. But yeah, I think it's kept me out of Ladies' Home Journal and a lot of places where people can get a cartoon syndicated. But yeah, it seems like it's really difficult now. The cartoons that are syndicated now are just absurdist. Like they don't have the point of view is odd, the humor is odd, and it's not safe. It's just nonsense. And I think that's the only way that people if there's no other like reading of it, or it's I've just noticed that the stuff that's done that's gotten syndicated and actually, in print, in paper print, which is becoming, more and more rare, is real oddball stuff. And that's the thing too. I never imagined being a cartoonist because, like reading the Sunday comics as a kid, very quickly you realized how bad most of that was, how bad the humor was and how uninteresting it was. But then seeing a lot of indie stuff, and seeing some of my like New Yorker cartoons and even Playboy cartoons and stuff, seeing the level that that there actually was. Like, the newspaper wasn't a great example of the medium, although it's what everybody thinks of. All right. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's funny. There we go. Yeah, it seems like a million years ago, too. Unknown girl, how's it going? Nice. Nice. Of course not, Carolina. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not about kind of making fun of any conditions. Or I think it's just that's the thing that's so frustrating is socially, people aren't very honest. It would just that. I guess this is kind of a heavier topic, but people aren't very honest about domestic violence. And in America, how much firearms are involved to menace each other, and how much it's split between the genders. It's not the image is like women's shelters and young mothers feeling trapped and staying to protect their kids and things, but that's not the case anymore. There's a huge variety of circumstances, so that's kind of a cliche. You're kind of like it's almost like a weird trope that everybody gives into. So, yeah. A little bit of that is... the brush is working. Is always in my thinking. Yeah, it's very, very funny. And people's sensitivities are interesting too. Not even like the, the newly most sensitive, but, if you've had experience with, relatives with cancer or whatever, you can't find any humor in that, or some tragedy. You had family members die in a car accident or whatever. All these tragedies that just no one is going to be able to... And I guess it just shows how much you haven't processed things when you can't, when you get overwhelmed, when you get really triggered by certain subject matter. Yeah, I don't know. All right, does that look like a pizza box? I can't tell. But yeah, I'm pretty fried. I haven't even been talking. It's hard to talk this much. I haven't really even been talking for a week because haven't been online, haven't been doing anything. So it's hard to organize the thoughts. But we got to draw the cartoon. Okay, so this will be a box of something. We'll do a little mozzarella stick. All right, let's see if I can make this work. Oh, wow, I almost do that to scale. That's funny. I usually draw much smaller, so I have to zoom it all in. All right, maybe a little thinner. All right, yeah, nice. Oh, that's right, the new Joker movie. Yeah, it looks like a musical too. Like his hallucinations are going to be, or or I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, the unreal parts are going to be musical numbers. So yeah, be an interesting take. Yeah, I'll lighten that up with some highlighting. Yeah, I'm curious how it's going to do. And if it's going to be attacked the way the last one was. That was really bizarre. What is this drink? We'll do a green can. That was weird. The first one came out in the middle of a peak culture war. A Joker movie on in an election year? Oh no. All right, let's try some. I'll just do like maybe stripes. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. Just do some kind of wide stripes on the box. All right. Ugh. All right. Yeah, did anybody see Deadpool and Wolverine yet? Seems like another one of those, finishing up a franchise, or like, taking advantage of the weird lull. They did a strange job of like the kind of self-aware, like kind of meta or self-aware jokes that weren't. They were kind of critical, but not. I don't know. The tone was very funny because they don't want to ruin anything, ruin any possibilities. But come on. Me my red. There we go. These stripes look terrible. All right. Yeah, but it's funny they actually did that movie. They actually made it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing you realize right away about the that weird like hypercritical thing that's grown up around Marvel, Disney, and stuff is yeah, there we go. Is actually those YouTubers are not very good movie critics. They're they're good in attack mode, but when they go to actually review something they like, it's terrible. It's just not very good criticism. They're only good at being miserable, and they're kind of one-trick ponies with the criticism. It's kind of weird. All right. Oh, let's see here. Oh, was that going to fill? Yeah, it will. if things suddenly became good for them, they would lose their grift. So they always have to be a little weirdly negative about things. Yeah, there was one of them, I forget which one, that attacked Midsummer as a terrible movie. I was like, wow, that's an interesting take. I don't think people that are just going to criticize summer Hollywood trash should go into art house criticism. They're way out of their depth. It's just like the people that are just just feel insulted or frustrated by that kind of stuff. It was really weird for them to try to make that part of their brand. It's like insulting art house movies. Like, sure, whatever. That's it's a little unnecessary. All right, does that kind of look like maybe some little bit yellowier dots? Yeah, something like this. Oh, that's not quite bright enough, is it? Oh, it's on the wrong there. There we go. Just want to look a little shinier. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's really been a lot of shitty negative stuff. I was watching. I was so desperate for something to watch. I found a guy that was doing what again they call them audio comics or whatever, doing just comic books, but kind of making an audio play out of a comic book. And it was Star Wars comics, and they actually did some pretty impressive voices, like the impersonation, of the Emperor or or Jabba the Hutt or whatever. Some of the characters, recognizable characters, were actually pretty good. That was kind of impressive, because I know there was a guy, and actually I think he passed. There was a guy comic historian or something, who had a channel where I don't think he didn't read the actual text of the comics. He just used some of the artwork and then kind of paraphrased or kind of summarized what was going on, so you could follow the whole story arc of certain comics. And you would still it wasn't replacing. You would just kind of get, it was like a Cliff Notes version or whatever of something that was happening in comics, and so it didn't actually replace the original. If you like the story, you'd probably want to buy the comic. So I think that's how he navigated it. But these are just reading the comics and doing sound effects, and and also doing motion graphics with some of the panels, putting speed lines and explosions and stuff. But I was surprised at the quality. It's crazy. What went into that, and then different voice actors and stuff to do different parts. But there's not very in the that kind of expanded comic book universe of Star Wars. There's not very many good characters. There's never been good characters in that at all. So I don't know. It was just always the tide you over until the real content came out, and then the real content, when the prequel movies came out, the real content sucks so bad. It was such a weird after the fact justification. I think it was recently Lucas spoke somewhere and said, I'm really interested in, anthropology and, how leaders, rise and fall, how republics and empires rise and fall. And that's the thing I'm really interested in. It's no, that wasn't in Star Wars ever. You're just kind of putting it in there. So you can't let a nerd, have at. I mean, I think the only reason that it was fun, novel, simple, black and white, good and evil, and it was just edited down to just this pure, fun essence, and that's the only reason those movies worked. If you let George think about it too long, it all just went to shit. It was really weird. It's like, yeah, it doesn't work as a costume drama about complicated. And that's the funny thing. It's like the reason that it was popular, and I don't think anybody that makes something that becomes massively popular even understands why that happened. They don't understand the zeitgeist or whatever that they tapped into, and it was just people tired of gray, confusing anti-heroes and everything being bleak and unhappy endings, like the end of Easy Rider, kind of stuff. They were just getting tired of that, and it was refreshing to see a very simple, don't have to think about it too much, and something that looked very original thing come out. And now trying to like put the complicated grayness and anti-hero back into it is so ridiculous. It's so funny, and still just rip off Kurosawa movie, the look and costuming of Kurosawa movies while doing it. It's very odd. Very odd. Speaking of art house stuff, I finally got to see the is it Nathan, one of the Coen brothers did Macbeth with Denzel Washington and Margie. I can't think of the actress's name. Margie from Fargo. As Lady Macbeth, and that was really good. That was so good. I could do like with one of those every couple of years, because it was like treated. A lot of it was staged, like a play. A lot of the staging was very much like it could have been a play, but there was maybe use of digital backgrounds and the use of. It was like it needed to be a film. Like he got a lot out of making it a film. But it was an interesting combination of like how costuming and staging and things you could have done physically on a stage made it work well and made it feel original, but it also had this scale because it was a movie that was very different. But I like that a lot. But it wasn't too much. It was very minimalist. It was very geometric and very minimalist and black and white. So not like, those productions like the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet, or like some of those like really Baroque and kind of over the top productions. It wasn't in an actual castle. It was in something that looked like it was a stone wall kind of with a stone floor kind of and some stone stairs kind of. Yeah. Very, real, like physical, but unreal staging. I like that. I like the choices a lot in the art direction. That was really good. Yeah, and I like the fact that Denzel he used his natural voice, and he could do Shakespeare in his natural voice and not kind of shift into a weird, affected tone where he was like doing a pseudo British accent or some kind of weird mid-Atlantic thing. It was just, Denzel's voice, his natural speaking voice, but with the rhythm of Shakespeare. It was very beautiful, very interesting, the way it was done. And the choices, because that's the play with the three witches, that bubble, toil and trouble, like witches in a cauldron kind of thing, and they, see the future. And the way that they did that was really good, really interesting, not like anything you'd seen before. And very physical. The performances had a lot of physicality to them. That was really good. And like sword fights and stuff were actually well staged. It wasn't like a very. It had the kind of visceral kind of realism of a film sword fight, not a staged sword fight. All right. I gotta think of things that I've seen, things that make sense here. Yeah, it's too much Japanese stuff in my cartoons now. It gets weird. Oh yeah, Book of Eli is great. Yeah, that's Zatoichi. That's like that character. Like Denzel is like the blind swordsman in that. That's so good, and especially how they do the fights, because those are how the Zatoichi, the movies from the '60s, the Japanese blind swordsman movie from the '60s, like the fights are real fast and real vicious, and just a few cuts, and he's like defeated all of his opponents. So yeah, when I saw that one scene, one of the earlier scenes in Book of Eli where he's like kind of surrounded, I'm like, oh, they're gonna do it, and it was like totally a Zatoichi kind of fight scene. But I like that idea too. I like the you know, kind of the post-apocalypse, and they you know, humanity had kind of determined the cause of this was books, so destroy all books. And then the Gary Oldman character was looking for a you know, an existing copy of a Bible, because that was the power that would, you know, that's something you could unite people under. And I like that idea, the power of books and thinking, and how books kind of yeah, kind of are the physical objects of, you know, ideologies. Yeah, it's really neat, and it's the brothers, the guys that did the Jack the Ripper movie, Hughes brothers, right? Yeah, I think that's what that was. Yeah, it was really well done, and yeah, the cannibalism scene and stuff. Yeah, that was really really creepy. Yeah, Book of Eli is awesome. It's a neat, very original take on everything it's trying to do. Oh, maybe like a paper towel holder or something. Let's see if I can. Yeah, one of those ones that has the hinge on it. And the key, like a gas station one. Yeah, that has the... see if I can make it look a little more believable. There we go. Actually, here, we'll do one more fold. It's like it's not doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got to be careful, though. I'm going to put it up a little higher. Yeah, so it doesn't, like, kind of interfere with the eyes. And there's actually a hinge, isn't there? Like a hinge on the edge of the... Oh, wrong way. It's up. Yeah, that's right. The hinge is... hinge is here, isn't it? Yeah. Because it flips up. I don't even remember. It's been so long. These probably don't even exist anymore. I'm drawing relics of a non-existent past. All right. Oh yeah, let's do both. See if I can get this to look even slightly correct. It's the nozzle's not so long, yeah. Not elephantine. And then the button. So the hot air dryer. I don't even know if this looks even close. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna read. something. Oh yeah, I think it like actually get on the right layer here. It kind of fans out, doesn't it? It's kind of, it's blockier like this. Yeah. Not this is probably not worth trying to get right. Trying to master here. But more like that. Maybe not. Oh yeah, maybe not. We'll just have a random button. Let's see if we can kind of make this look a little, there we go, a little chunkier. Something like that. Yeah, there's almost a, like this kind of thing, right? Yeah, we'll just go with a minimalist look here. I don't know if it's reading right, but we'll try it. I'll do it a little grungy looking. And like a brown. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's pretty close. And some darker gray hinges. Yeah, Book of Eli. That's right. I haven't thought about that movie in a while. All right. Oh. And maybe, yeah, do this for the place where the key goes. And isn't there's usually some, there's some like embossed logo. Let's see, I'll do it this way. Sometimes there's an embossed kind of thing. It just looks like alien writing. Let's not do that. Put some dirt on everything too. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Trying to think. I've been really having trouble finding good stuff to watch. It is almost pointless to, search Netflix. They just, put stuff in your face they want you to watch, and otherwise it's like pretty useless. All right. Oh yeah, let's do some, maybe some texture on the towel. Yeah, so it feels like the kind of cheap, cheap paper towel. And I guess we can just do a layer of like smudges and stuff. I'll switch to a brush. Oh, doing it on the wrong color, wrong layer. Oh, I should probably do this. Some crud on the wall. Let's make all this light. All And then a shadow under the paper towel. All right. Yeah, this is probably something that doesn't even exist. I don't even know what the metal... oh, that's right. And often they're like stainless steel now, aren't they? All right. Well, your hands might be dry, but they won't be clean. All right. Something like that. I haven't done a solo object in a while. Looks like a shoe print. Yeah, good. Good, Carolina. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be those brown, you know, those paper towel dispensers. All right, let's switch back to pencil mode here. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mila Kunis is in that as well. I forgot. Oh, I haven't seen John Q. Yeah, and didn't Denzel, his like more recent big movies were the Equalizer movies? I didn't see those either. I wonder if those are any good. It was just a TV show, right? Based on a TV show. But yeah, he did a couple of Equalizer movies. Shoot, yeah, I haven't seen John Q. Yeah, and I can't remember if I saw. No, I did see Jupiter Ascending. There's some kind of crazy performances in that. The I don't know where he's from. The actor, that plays one of the like space princes or whatever, is very disturbing. Is that the I can't remember. Freddie Redmayne. What's his name? Can't remember if that's him in there or not. There's some crazy aliens in Jupiter Ascending. I can't remember the story very well. I remember it just vaguely being like almost like a Cinderella story, you know. Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Okay, yeah, like a secret royalty. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, the cameos in Deadpool and Wolverine were funny. It was interesting, almost like a, they're specifically doing it to be a send-off of, Fox doesn't own X-Men anymore. These were all the Fox Marvel movies. Or I don't know if, I don't know if Blade, I don't know who made it. Blade was Warner Brothers or who made Blade, but because they kind of made reference to Blade, Daredevil, and the Fox X-Men. So now they're going to be all weird. Yeah, they're going to try to incorporate all of those characters with a weird reworking and recasting into the new Marvel thing. Yeah, I can't just draw a bunch of wacky shapes. That's not gonna work. And I gotta go back through and write all these. So I got about, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Oops, and I haven't written anything to. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, let's take a quick break. I brought a bunch of snacks, so I'll do multiple convenience store segments. So let's try that. So here's segment number 1. All right, a bunch of random. Okay, we're here. A bunch of random stuff from the convenience store, because I thought it'd be fun to just go back and forth and maybe keep my blood sugar a little higher. So the first thing, Calbee does a lot of potato chips. They do kind of the, Frito-Lay's kind of style potato chips here. And the first one that I found was KFC's original recipe, chicken flavored chips. Now, I don't think they got the license for the 7 herbs or 11 herbs and spices, or however many there are. 11 herbs and spices that go into the chicken. So I think this is just going to be potato chips that taste like chicken, not fried chicken. But I was curious if they actually got the so red hot chicken. Oh, this might be a spicy one. Yeah, spicy version. Oh, that might be more fun. All right, so let's give this a shot. So KFC flavor. There's a lot of weird collaboration. It doesn't smell like KFC, but there's like pepper on the chips. You can kind of say, it's transparent. It's keying out. It's just yellow enough to key out. Yeah, there's like black pepper on the chips or some kind of spice. And it's just like a, like a Lay's potato chip, a real. It's chickeny. It's kind of like chicken flavor with some pepper, some spices that make it taste a little bit. So not specifically KFC, like you don't get that, that very standard original flavor KFC taste. And not spicy. So maybe they did do a red hot version. But not just chicken. I thought it was just going to be like a, a powdered, like a chicken bouillon, powder kind of soup thing on the potato chip. But it's not just a chicken soup flavor. I try to do a little bit of, what the coating on the fried chicken is like. Yeah, it's okay. It's really mild. These aren't those kind of chips that the flavor's so sharp it like builds up, it like spikes really hard in your mouth and you have to eat another one. It's pretty mild. Yeah, I can't. The bag doesn't smell like KFC at all. This has a very distinctive smell. It's okay. It's kind of just like chicken and black pepper. Okay. That's the original chicken. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Oh, so there is another. Yeah, there is another one. Or they do the red. I guess there's a spicy red hot style that they also do. Chicken. Yeah, so this is just the regular one. The pepper kind of builds up, though, in your mouth. In not a good way. It gets more and more, like, peppery. Well, not a great simulation. But probably the branding sells stuff here. But I saw it another one of these like crazy collaborations. So Calbee's a pretty big chip company, so of course they could get KFC. Yeah, there's something American. There's some American. I don't know what that is in the ingredients. Well, it's an okay attempt. I mean, they're not bad. They're pretty edible, but they're not the great simulation. Sometimes they really nail the simulation, like the mouthfeel and texture and everything of what they're trying to emulate. This is just a peppery chicken potato chip. And they didn't even do like the texture on the chip or anything. It's not even anything unique. It's just their standard potato chip with a little flavoring. Because they do barbecue and a couple of other like meat steak kind of flavor chips and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of black pepper though. It's one of those 11 herbs and spices, but not amazing. But we'll get back to it. All right. KFC chips. Yeah, edible chips. There, you can actually digest them. But yeah, they're kind of kind of tasty, but not like, oh, that's exactly the right flavor. Strange. Yeah, and I think it's because that that those spices are kind of like cooked in. You got to have the grease, the grease of the chicken, and the breading. Yeah, so I think it'd be pretty hard to just in a powder on a chip like simulate that whole deal. But there's much more to try, so we'll get back to something. Maybe do something sweet next break. All right. So what do we got here? Yeah, it's funny. They do have the bucket here, like the chicken bucket, but they wrap everything so much that the bucket doesn't get greasy. Like it's almost this like pristine, weird, clean cardboard bucket they give you, and so they don't really need to use it. But I guess it's kind of iconic for the brand. And they don't do a lot of the side dishes and stuff, so it's not like it doesn't serve that same purpose where you're like pulling a bunch of like layers of stuff out, like a picnic kind of thing, like a like a big picnic kind of lunchbox. They don't do that either. Let's see. I'll put some bread. The standard bread slice. Let me hold this line up a little sooner. There we go. The standard slice of bread. So, what's going on? Oh, how about a pat of butter? Yeah, maybe just do like this. There you go. It's funny, they still sell a lot of margarine here, even though I thought we gave up. And they call it like hotel margarine or something. So maybe that was the first place, because people cook with a lot of fat and stuff here. So if you get different kinds of meat from the butcher, for frying it or cooking it, they'll just give you a cube of lard. So maybe people weren't ever afraid of that like they were in the US with all the heart disease. So yeah, you get margarine, hotel margarine, and hotel butter. Yeah, the fancy, I guess it's just the fancy one. Okay, so this can be a little shorter. It's going to be in the right scale. All right. And maybe distort it a little bit. Doesn't look like it's lining up quite right. Maybe it never will. Something like that. All right. And what else? Oh, good night, Carolina. Thanks for hanging in. Appreciate seeing everybody. Edible cups. Nice. And you too, K5. Yeah. Very cool. Glad to see. Yeah, sorry I missed so much in the last week, but it's good to see everybody in the chat. Very good. K5 and Carolina. Ooh, Cuban sandwich flavor chips. Ooh, that sounds good. All right. Yeah, there's a good Cuban restaurant in Los Angeles we used to go to. Yeah, what else? What else are we including with our bread and butter? We could just make a bread and butter joke. They were always the bread and butter. All right. Yeah, that works. It's a little too yellow, isn't it? Bring it down a little bit. And then a kind of crust color. Something like that. All right, and a nice buttery yellow. Yeah, so how to make a good kind of meta reference to that. All right. The real bread and butter. Bread and butter is real bread and butter. All right. Yeah, I think we can do that. And then some butter, bright butter line. There we go. All right. Just bread and butter. Yikes. All right, we got bread and butter. We go. Oh, sorry, I lost my chat here. There we go. Oh, yeah, that little pad of butter. Yeah, that perfect little. Yeah, especially if it's like, deep, bright yellow. Yeah. Could be very cheese-like. All right. What else is going on? I guess I'll just try something. Any trowel jokes? Let's see. What else? A variety of trowels. Maybe that handle's a little crazy looking. Let's try to thin it down a little bit. And maybe make it a little longer. There we go. That was probably not the best way to do that. All right. Smoothing things out joke. Smoothing things over. They were usually called upon to smooth things over. It's getting brutal. Oh yeah, it's getting late for everybody. Anybody's working tomorrow, a little bit lighter. There we go. Yeah, I think that works. We'll just do like wooden handles. There we go. Actually, this often has a white handle, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm picturing that as like a white plastic. Yeah, a little bit of variety. Why not? They were often called upon to smooth things over. Bad. All right. This way. Okay. And do a little bit of a highlight, yeah, just to make it look metallic. All right. Called upon to smooth things over. Blah. All right. I should put my little phrase in here. Called upon to smooth things over. All right. Oh, 3 more. Wow. It's happening. Oh, wow. You had to, oh no, I had to fix a hole in the door. Oh no. Oh, thanks. I know, girl. I'm trying. I'm trying. All right. What's a good, like a spray bottle? Let's see. Yeah, things are losing their kind of 3-dimensional look quite often. Oh, and actually this spray thing is like here, isn't it? Yeah, let's not do that. Oh, plus let's not do that on the color layer. I keep forgetting I gotta make a new drawing layer. I didn't do that with the original. Oh, I forgot too, for drawing jars and stuff, I have the magic of, oops. Okay, that's it. The magic of this. I can draw perfectly symmetrical jars every time. Kind of. It's going to be creepy though if all my jars are symmetrical, because they never are. All right, and can you turn that off? Yes. That's funny. Eerily symmetrical jars, but I won't do that with the cap. Actually, it should be a little bit bigger. A big jar of something. That's pretty lifeless, though. Let's just hand draw everything. Remotes, and let me just draw a book. I don't need to draw any more books. Wow, a very monochromatic live stream. I didn't think through the white shirt with the white background cartoon. All right. Yeah, it's more fun when it's not symmetrical. Or more alive. Yeah, not that. What was that? So let's try a hot dog. Oh yeah, kind of like make it, there we go. Some kind of strange toppings for a hot dog. There we go. So what's the worst possible a what dog? Sprinkles? I can't draw sprinkles. That'll take all day. see. Just some odd shaped. Actually, toppings are usually not in bottles and jars, are they? And then one more kind of strange. A strange assortment of condiments. Oh yeah, let's think that tapering is a little weird. There we go. Unlike any condiments he had ever known. All right, let's do some, weird colored bottles. The nice bright purple cap. So, fairly certain these weren't condiments. Let's see. A little redder, a little darker. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, that reads okay. Okay. And then the inside. All right, maybe some weird labels too. All right. They're really small too, really small bottles. Oh boy. Okay, not condiments. All right. Sorry, got that weird tickle in my throat just from the breathing the same air all day. All right, come on. There we go. All right. Well, I guess a little bit of like sheen, kind of greasiness and sheen. There we go. Not condiments. Ah. Oh, yeah, it's open. Shoot. Close this little line here. There we go. All right. Unlike any condiments you'd ever known. All right. And get some eyes on here. Oh, actually, let's go here. They weren't trying to be associated with. There we go. Okay. All right. Two more. Oh, no, I've just had this. I've had this cough forever. Ever since I've been inside with the air conditioning. Shampoo, conditioner, and bubble bath. Yeah, I haven't been talking too, so talking so much is harder than I thought. There we go. Okay, that's 50. Okay. Yeah, I have to start at 50 points for the to make sure that my lines are at least somewhat consistent. I scale things a lot, so it makes them kind of strange. If I start at a different widths, what's a good, like an inkwell? Yeah, my voice is failing me. I can feel it getting rougher. But yeah, I just been in crappy air conditioning, not breathing. Or not breathing regular air for a while. All right. Yeah, that's not getting weird. Try something else. Spoon. There we go. A silverware joke. And what do we got? And a butter knife. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about summer here. It's usually by the end of summer, so like late August, your appetite is gone, and you hate the feeling of AC because you've been just sitting in air conditioning the whole for just months. Very miserable. All right, and a napkin. There we go. All right. Oops. Yes, I can't draw on every layer at once. There we go. It's a very weak looking fork, but well, we'll go with that. This is going to be another very monochrome. Maybe I'll do some color for the napkin. A little bit lighter. There we go. And what's a good, should just do like an off-white, yeah, like a linen or a blue. Yeah, probably actually just a slightly ivory kind of off-white. It'll look a little different. The spoon's a little small. Oh, well. There we go. All right. I think we're good. And some drop shadow. And I do some kind of metallic highlights too. That'll be good. Oh, no, that wasn't closed. All right. Okay. I have no idea what the joke is for this. A place setting, a loose assortment of maybe one larger. There we go. And maybe like a lighter, a light crease. It's up here and here. Okay, a little bit of variety. Oh, last one. Wow. Wear white on Halloween. Yeah, I can be a floating head. Yes. Yeah, let me switch to just water. I think that orange juice is making me a little phlegmy. All right. Yeah, I gotta pay more attention to t-shirt. A floating head. It's the severed head of cartooning. What is that? Still 60. All right. All right. One more. Yeah, they're developing. It's been going on for a few years now. Whoops. They're developing a little area near us. I think they're going to try to put 10 houses in this really tiny little space. It's amazing how tightly they can pack houses here. And unfortunately, I think it's just going to be those kind of prefab houses that go up in an afternoon. So we'll see. It doesn't look much like a brick. Oh, plus it would have this again. Or just super weird cinder block. All right, let's see. Yeah, one more recognizable thing. Not something, or like not a microphone. Or potato chip. A series of chips. Let's see if I can get that line to meet. Something that looks like a leaf. Yeah, there's a... No. One more chip-like. Yeah, that's exactly this other one. There we go. Lots of chips. getting the most out of my out of the fewest drawings possible. All right, how about an open bag? Let's try, see if I can do that. So it'll be all. Wait a minute here. Okay. Let's get rid of this. And maybe do like this. There we go. Kind of a twisted chip bag. There we go. How many? There we are, all of them. Bring them up a little bit. Should probably be one that's just kind of peeking out, right? Like it's still inside. Oh, it's not. It must be above. There we go. There we go. One still inside to make it look, the depth work a little bit better. All right. Let's do like a bright red or something. Whoops. It's open? Where is it open? Oh, it must be right there. Weird. Where's the bag layer? There it is. Yeah, it must be that. Okay, let's try again. A nice red. There we go. And silver border. Cool. And now a potato chip color. Like that. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm coloring the thing on the bag. Okay, well, I'll just go. Wait a minute. I can just. This, and just. Nope. Let's try it again. Yeah, I colored it on the wrong layer. Okay, just put it up here. Cool. And now we can color everything correctly. There we go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm all I'm all out of anything to say. Yeah, it's been a really rough couple of weeks. Didn't expect it to be so difficult. I guess the heat and everything makes it that much less fun. Yeah, and I can't believe how many people are just, walking around out in the heat. The potato chip logo. There we go. Not for me. All right, and then Yeah, I'll have to come up with a shape for this bag here. And put some, a little more metallic look to it. All right. Yeah, I think you can see on the chips a little bit. We'll do a little white on there as well. Okay. And then the thing that makes it look much more plasticky. And then makes the chips look greasy. There we go. All right. Time to try another. Yeah, so there's not. I guess I won't go back through comments or anything because. Or no, I guess yeah, the previous month we didn't see how anything was received. Guess we can take a look at July. All right. Where do the eyes go? Anywhere near the opening. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's going to just look like a mouth. Every chip. There we go. Well, that's the drawing. Now we got to do some writing, but before we do that, let's go back to the convenience store. Am I still running? Yes. Oh no, what is this? It's Tom and Luke's. I don't know why I picked this up. This is probably just a weird kind of import thing. It's keying out too. It's Tom and Luke's snack balls, dark chocolate mint. So Tom and Luke, nourishment for healthy lifestyles. 3 balls, 33 grams each. They're dairy-free, they're all-natural fruit and nuts, they're gluten-free, and they're vegan. Tom and Luke, what did you... I don't know why they had these at the convenience store, but I had to see what's going on here. Yeah, there's not much talking about it, and it doesn't have the... so made... Oh, New Zealand. These are New Zealand snacks. Interesting. Yeah. Japan is, I think, playing around with... importing other food. But this is just regular convenience store, which is very surprising. Yeah, just at a regular convenience store, it's almost only Japanese snacks, some Korean snacks. But look at these things. My goodness. Oh my God. They're just as terrible as you would imagine dairy-free, gluten-free, all-natural, vegan chocolate snack balls to taste. Ugh. These are terrible. Oh, wow. These are really bad. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of faking. They're not sweet in any way. They're really, granular. They're not moist. Okay, I can't even do another one. And I don't know what mint they're actually referring to. It just tastes like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like one of those imitation things. Wow, these are really terrible. I just thought they looked funny and said, oh, chocolate. But they're not chocolate. I mean, there may be some kind of cocoa powder in there somewhere. Ugh, it's like chocolate flavored polenta with flavorless coconut around it. Oh, it's really bad. Yeah, but there's a lot of these. There's I forget what it's called, but it's got this weird gray packaging. But there's a healthy, you know, kind of low. Oh, these are so bad. Wow, are all the vegan snacks in New Zealand this horrifying? Ugh. Wow. So Tom and Luke, you guys are brutal. Yeah, I can't try. I can't try another one. They're really bad. There's nothing even slightly. I mean, they're chewable, I guess, but yeah, it's really strange. I know what. Let me look at the ingredients again. Oh, maybe we should have looked at the ingredients at the store. They're claiming there's cocoa in there, like cacao powder. Oh, it's coconut. Yeah, it's coated in coconut, but the coconut isn't even. It's super dry and flavorless. This is the most flavorless, weird thing I've ever tasted. It looks like natural ingredients. You know, there's not a lot of like weird chemical names or anything. Oh, that's terrible. I hate that stuff. I hate like fake tofu, you know, barbecue wings and stuff. Yeah, sorry, I just can't deal with that stuff. Wow, that was bad. Oh no. Okay, one more. Let's redeem ourselves here. All right, what do we have here? Morning Ma'am. Morning Ma'am's strawberry flavored cookies. So they do like the little soft chocolate chip cookies here. So I think I've had some Morning Ma'am before. So this is honey and strawberry. So should be better. Should be better. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got some calories. We got some sugar. We got some fat in here. Wow, those chocolate bowls look terrible. Oh, there we go. Some overwhelming strawberry. Yeah, so they do. These are like the little miniature versions of their cookies. The real ones aren't much bigger than this. Maybe like 50% bigger. But they're little soft. They're like soft chocolate chip cookies. But there's no chip. There's no, you know, nothing in there. These are just strawberry flavored. Oh, these are nice. Real lightly honey sweet. Oh, there we go. Much better. Something that actually tastes like food. Yeah, these are nice. Not too strong. And you can see they're baked. It looks like the strawberry's only on the top. And they're kind of baked. Little tiny cookies. So ones in these bags are usually the mini ones. And then they have the packages of the larger. It's only like 1 or 2 cookies in the larger ones. But these are nice, yeah. A little strawberry. They had strawberry, matcha, and vanilla. Vanilla just, yeah, doesn't taste like much of anything. I thought we'd try the strawberry versions. And normally they just do chocolate chip, chocolate chip, and then vanilla chocolate chip. There we go. Hope to get all that vegan taste out of my mouth. Yes, on the Morning Ma'am is a pretty standard cookie. And now they're trying to do other little flavors. Yeah, these are Fujiya. So they're always, these aren't terribly sweet though. They're always kind of sweet though. For Japanese snacks, Fujiya is a little bit sweeter. Kind of old-fashioned. It's a very old brand. And they do some like milk candies and stuff. And they have they had a restaurant chain for a while, but now I think it's just cake shops. But yeah, oh, much better. Redeemed. Watch out for those New Zealand vegan snack balls. Oof. And they were just in among, like they weren't set aside in like the weird, you know, diet vegan or anything section. They were just in among all the other chocolatey snacks. What a horrible surprise. All right. Morning Ma'am. I'm going to memorize the faces Those little caricatures of Tom and Luke. I think one of them's got a weird braid. But they're both vegan. I don't trust them. I don't trust them to know how food should taste. All right. Well, let's do some writing here. I'll leave these smaller so I'm not just a floating head in a white field. Okay, so talking about doing some chocolate covering everything with chocolate. I should do a, there needs to be like one more little reflection, a little gleam. So we can see the chocolate in the pan is, come on. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer again. There we go. Yeah, so we can see that there's chocolate in the pan. All right. So he wouldn't be happy until everything was chocolate covered. Oh, a chocolate covered spoon. Here's one hope. Okay, we'll go back to that. I'm not sure if that's the one. The last remaining cheese stick. So before or after? Yeah. Never found his right place. Never found his before. Is it the yeah? I'm just trying to think like before or after or with. His proper place. Yeah, there's not enough. Fried cheese stick. Shoot. Yeah, mozzarella is a funnier word, isn't it? Mozzarella stick. Or he felt less appetizing outside the box. He felt yeah, because kind of well, it's obviously an appetizer, so that's not very yeah. So cheese stick outside of the box felt. Oh, maybe the last cheese stick. Felt cold and unappetizing. End of the meal? Outside the box. Outside of his. The last cheese stick felt cold and unappetizing outside of his box. Alright. Save that. Oh, that's right. It does look like a shoe print. He was dry and clean. So either wet and clean or dry and dirty. He was unable to do both dry and clean. Oh no, yeah, this one. The bread and butter. They were surprised. Bread. So bread and butter was not the bread and butter of most meals. Yeah, it needs one more thing in there. The bread and butter of most meals was marmalade. I don't know if that's going to make if it's going to come across the expression bread and butter. Maybe in quotes. Bread and butter was not the bread and butter of most meals. Alright, the quotes help. This one, they were often called upon to smooth things over. Boom! Alright. Okay. Meals. Oh, I should. I don't think it's going to spell check anything in quotes, though. That's the tricky part. If you misspell something in quotes, it's not going to. It might not find it. All right. And I think I did this. Yeah, he was unable to do both dry and clean. All right. And smoothing over, and okay. Yes. These strange these were not like any condiments he had seen before. He had. The strange land of the bathroom counter. Oh yeah, maybe he needs a little scared or disappointed frown. All right. Covered in bubble bath and hand soap. place setting. Oh, without a plate. Random. Utensils on a table. Without a plate, there were only random utensils on a table. There we go. They needed a plate. And chips. All of the potato chips arrived intact at their destination. That doesn't mean anything. Or something about the one bag of completely intact potato chips. Intact potato chips doesn't make any sense. What is their destination? What are they doing there? Yeah, destination is kind of funny, but it's kind of meaningless. Okay, all of the potato chips. Oh yeah, 5-second rule. Oh, 5-second rule is good, dude. That's really good. Oh yeah, they were confused. 5-second rule was, what is it? Consecutive. What is it? With consecutive or concurrent. All right, there we go. Consecutive or concurrent, right? That's how they do the jail sentences. You either serve it like 5-year sentences all at the same time, or you serve them in a row. I'll double check that. Yeah, at the same time, concurrent, consecutive means in sequential order. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. They were confused if the 5-second rule was consecutive or concurrent. Haha, legal jokes. Because then it means they have, what, like 60 seconds? 30 seconds? Oh, that's right, 6 of them, 30 seconds. Wait a minute, where's the... Oh, should I... Oh, what's going on? That's weird. It's not giving me... What is going on? Yeah, it has to be this tool. I hate when these context menus are all screwed up. There we go. I spelled everything correctly. Consecutive or concurrent. So maybe you have time to pick up the last chip before it goes. Okay. Confused. The 5-second rule was consecutive or concurrent. Without a plate, there were only random utensils on a table. These were not like any condiments he had ever seen before. They were often called upon to smooth things over. Yay. Bread and butter was not the bread and butter of most meals. That almost sounds like I've done that joke before. He was unable to do both dry and clean. The last cheese stick felt cold and unappetizing outside of the box. Yeah, sure. And he wouldn't be happy until everything was chocolate covered. Chocolate covered world. Or it looks like he was going to need more than one strawberry. Capable of covering much more than a single strawberry. Yeah, he just is ambitious, meaninglessly ambitious. The last cheese stick felt cold and unappetizing. Let me double check unappetizing is spelled right. It is. All right. Okay, and he wouldn't be happy until everything was chocolate covered. I think we did it. Wow. Just got a lot of JPEGs to make. Well, why don't we take a look at... Oh, I didn't set this up, did I? Yeah. We'll have to... Oh, it went up already. Nice. Made it just in time. Let's take a look at July. See how it went. Let me get the comments. Oh, it popped up. Oh, look at the weird anime ad. All right. Look at that. The one we just did. There we go. Is that right? I'm usually on the other side, aren't I? Oh. Well, that works either way. All right, so the one we just did, it was a momentary, overly sweet escape to tropical disappointment. Yay! But let's go into July. So wet tissues were trying too hard to be cute and portable. Oh, people like that. Portable may be cute, hardly, unless you were into baby wipes. Nice. It's me. It's me. Wow, I haven't been here in a month. They kicked me out. They logged me out. All right, July 25th. Most situations didn't offer both free ice water and coffee, but most situations did not call for both. Aunt-Man is on me. All right, July 23rd. The occasional coffee mug was printed and then reprinted on demand. Even ugly mugs should get another chance. All right, July 18th. Grocery store receipts were strangely extravagant bookmarks. And as you read, you can remember what you had for dinner. You could mark a whole encyclopedia with a CVS receipt. Yes. A lost button was just one more function to no longer worry about. Voice control means you can lose all your buttons, right? Yes, that's true. Or as we say in the UK, button. Putin. All right, July 11th. Even if it felt old-fashioned, they preferred their presumptive pairing. On one April Fool's Day, I saw the problem pairing of sugar and salt created. Nice. I have some salt cellars somewhere around here. All right, July 9th. The spoon was making breakfast difficult, if not impossible. He never got over being spoon-napped by the dish. And July 4th. She now had trouble imagining herself as any box's lid. All right, but she couldn't work well outside of the boxes. All right, I think that's July 2nd, last one. Not even decaf could make this feel age appropriate. They have to grow up sooner or later. Nice. All right, so that was July. Wow, we did it. It's time to make some JPEGs. What do we have? Oh, I think we have, one more. One more. I'm spoiling you guys one more time. Back to the convenience store. All right, and because it's impossible to escape the gummies at the convenience store. So what is this? This is the Mendako Darake. They're supposed to look like little creatures, right? Look at these little guys. So, and on the back here, you get a little bit better idea. See, they're teaching you about the anatomy, the little ears, the little gummies with little ears, and these are peach flavored, peach soda flavored. So they're not vegan, so they should be somewhat palatable. Can you imagine a vegan gummy? Yikes! All right. Oh yeah, they are. Oh wow, they're really cute. They're really cute. Look at them. They got their little bumps and stuff on them. Their little arms and ears and eyes. Yeah. They're pretty firm. But yeah, it was in one of those kind of natural fruit juice gummies. They almost look like they grab the illustration of the coronavirus, you know, when they had the little spike proteins. But they're cuter, much less contagious. Yeah, these are decent. I don't quite understand the gimmick. I guess they're just cute. But they have little everything. Little nubs for their their ears and their arms and their legs. But it's interesting because they're flat. Now you can see they're kind of flat on one side. So they sit flat. They could have done them like completely three-dimensional, but I guess then they look like they're sitting up. So there's his little ears, right? If he's sitting down, there's his little ears. But super cute, as you would expect from Japan. So this is Kondro. We've had a lot of... Actually, they do some of the old-fashioned, kind of classic old-fashioned candies here. So these are pretty good for what they usually do. They don't usually do a lot of like super friendly kid stuff. It's more like the, you know, old lady candies or nostalgia candies. Yeah, these are definitely worth it if you run into these at a import store or at your convenience store on your trip. But avoid those snack balls at all, if all possible. If you're going to New Zealand, avoid these hideous snack balls. But yeah, pretty decent. So is that Mendako? I wonder if it's they're trying to name the creatures. Very cute though. Yummy. Yummy little peach gummies. Yeah, the gummy section is getting bigger and bigger. I think there's a weird gummy obsession at the convenience stores here. Or maybe just among the kids. All right. We did it. August. In the can. Oh, some empty friend. How's it going? Nice. Yeah, good to see you. 3 snacks so far. Yeah, one was horrifying. Actually, I doubled up, right? Because I had the cookies. Oh, then the KFC potato chips. That's right. So we did a little bit of little bit of everything. I want to have kind of a, some sweet and savory, but yeah, there's always gummies. They're always doing cute gummies. So yeah, I think I'll do that from now on, because the month it's nice to take a break a little more often instead of just like going straight through. It helps to help me kind of reset. So and it gives me an excuse to buy. So I'm basically getting as much as I would have during the month. 4 weeks of snacks all at once. All right. Oh, actually, I can push this back now. Don't need to do any more drawing. Whoa. There we go. Finally, not a white background. There we go. Okay. So let me make some JPEGs and we should be all set. Wow. So good. Yeah, good to see everyone. I'm glad could be on for a while. Yeah, cool to see. I haven't seen Matt in a while. I just keep canceling everything that that we usually do during the week. So Matt was probably wondering what the heck happened. Yeah, because it just got worse and worse. Busy with family, busy with saying goodbye to family, busy accompanying family to the airport. The train is so much more reasonable, and then you don't have to worry about like traffic or anything. So taking the trains is so nice to the airport here, because you're going to arrive on time. And yeah, the international, they even said at the time that international security was backed up, so it's good to not be cutting it too close with the international flights. I think they're still having a lot of problems. Just with whatever their stupid protocol and everything is now. But it was good to see. Yeah, it had been 8 years since I'd seen my cousin. We'd been keeping in touch online and stuff, but it's not the same. All right. Wow. Yeah, I used to do this when I was doing the cartoon daily. I used to do this about once a week. Would do the kind of a big drawing session, usually about a dozen at a time. So every couple of weeks I could do a dozen to keep up. Yeah, because I try to stay like a couple of weeks ahead of everything. Once upon a time. And for a while when I was doing it weekly, I was literally posting it just barely in time, if not a day late. So this is better. This feels a little bit better. Things are just going up on their appointed days. All right. The exciting making of the JPEGs. It's an old tradition, an old cartooning tradition where you sit down and you make a lot of JPEGs. All right, that's it. Last one. Thank you for the 5-second rule idea. That was brilliant. Much more fun. Oh, wait, is that? Oh, that's a P, not an O. There we go. All right. Yeah, much more fun than I would have thought of. Yeah, I could just wear a green shirt and be totally headless. Good night, dude. Sorry, keeping everybody up late. Nice. Oh, yeah. Pre-COVID years experience. Nice. Nice. There was a weird article about they made it. There was a sting, like a kind of an undercover operation at San Diego Comic-Con, and they arrested 14 human traffickers. So do they actually use the convention, the comic book convention, to? I mean, I guess now that Hollywood is heavily involved in Comic-Con, you can expect a lot of more human trafficking to happen. But it was a story. There was like some kind of sting operation where they answered some, ads and put things out there and arrested people involved in human trafficking. I think there was nobody underage. I think everyone was over 18, but yuck, whatever that's all about. And the article was really vague, and it just credited all of the, California, legal, departments and things that were involved. But yikes, that's crazy. Yeah, so I wish they would have given some details. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Do you mean like forced prostitution, or do you mean people were buying people? Like, what are you talking about? Human trafficking at Comic-Con. Yikes. Anyhow, yeah, but I miss the good old days. Yeah, the last time I did Comic-Con was 2007, and celebrities could just walk around on the floor and not get too harassed, maybe have to take the occasional photo, not get too harassed, and, you could actually interact with people. Like, I get to talk to some really cool people. And then everyone had to be cloistered behind they would only come in for the events, for the hall events and the unveilings and stuff. But yeah, people could easily just kind of, walk around to the tables and stuff back in the day before it became too insane. And then there was also, then it became all of so once eBay really got going, once all the, crazy harassment of celebrities and stuff got going with everybody with their smartphones, it all became impossible. And Hollywood just kind of took over. Like, now if you go to Comic-Con, there's like, 2 booths of comic books. There's like, just like maybe like a row. There's like a row of like half a dozen sellers of back issues of comic books, and everybody else is trying to pitch their, sell their comic idea to Hollywood, or they're all, just promoting. They're all just like reselling toys and junk. But it's hard to find comic books at Comic-Con. The Hollywood takeover, because it's a quick trip, from Los Angeles to San Diego. So Robert Downey Jr. can make the trip. But, yeah, I miss the good old days. Miss it. But yeah, they never managed that show particularly well. It kind of got away from them, I think, back in the days. Because I think when the original founder passed, and the company that managed it after him was not... they got stars in their eyes. I got, kind of starstruck with doing all the movie reveals and stuff. Yeah, so it really became a place of like showing the trailer for the first time of, whatever. So, not fun. Cool. Yeah, that was 9 cartoons. Wow. Yeah, but I miss being able just to hang out with the people that I would hang out with and just kind of catch up, because it was only twice a year I got to see some of the people, the comic artists in like from Seattle and San Francisco and stuff that I like to talk with. No, I always had a booth. I never went. I think I went 1 year as a I still had a pro badge though. I never attended San Diego Comic-Con without either having a booth or having a pro badge. That's pretty cool, because I dreamed of Comic-Con when I was a little kid, like when it was the thing. Wasn't living in California, like super far away. I dreamed of going there, and the first year I had the chance to go there, I actually could get a pro badge, and it was so easy. You just walked up, you showed them your credentials, you said what projects you worked on, and they gave you a pro badge. And now it's like, who even knows what the process is? It was so much more. It was a smaller, much better event. Still big, but not the insanity that it is now. And just everybody, it just brings out the worst in people. People are so greedy, wanting to get selfies with people, and all the stuff that they want to convert into their their side hustle. All the junk, the exclusive toys and stuff they want to sell on eBay, and yeah, it's the lines are insane. The numbers of people are insane. I think the event has definitely outgrown the San Diego Convention Center. But yeah, no, never went in costume, but it was always always cool. Yeah, I forget who. I think it was just a news. I think it was just like the one of the news affiliates. But I was like, ugh, that's an ugly headline. Yeah, very strange. But I guess, any big event, and I guess Comic-Con now, is considered a big event, but attracts, prostitution and all kinds of drug sales, drug dealers and stuff. So I guess Comic-Con does now too, because it's like 5 days. So yeah, they could, maybe you get the girlfriend experience with a prostitute dressed like Vampira for the weekend or something. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it's horrible. But yeah, no, never did cosplay. And I always liked, you could tell it was starting to get a little bit out of control in the early 2000s because companies would start to employ like professional models to do cosplay. So you'd see like a vampire or a Vampirella or a Superman or Conan or something that was just obviously like a fitness model that had a really professionally made costume. It wasn't like a hobbyist. It wasn't like a cosplayer. It was somebody, that they paid to promote at a booth, and they just looked insane. They looked so, amazing in their costume because they, weren't just a hobbyist. They were actually a model. But they probably couldn't do the good, the poses for the photos and stuff like the real cosplayers do. Crazy. Well, thank you everybody for hanging in there. Yeah, I'm glad we had a chance to do this. I was worried. My internet was a little weird this morning, so I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to stream. It's like this, I have to stream today, or at least have to update a cartoon. But yeah, good to see everybody. So some good snacks and some really bad ones. That's the worst one I've had. I mean, and I haven't done the real death-defying, all the weird little dry seafood stuff. I haven't tried all of that. But that's probably one of the worst things I've had in a while is that snack cabal. Yikes. Oh, man. Well, very cool. Well, I'll be back tomorrow with Chris for the weekly on this channel if you're watching on Upturned Table. And take a look at gocomics.com/domesticabuse for the archive. And everything that I just put up is going to be coming out in the following weeks. So take a look at, if you want to look at the archive, take a look at the previous stuff. And if you missed any months, I think it started this just a couple months ago. So I haven't been monthly for that long. But yeah, everybody take care, and we'll do this again. So abusecartoons.com. And then if you want to support what's going on, there's Patreon, Abuse Cartoons on Patreon, and Upturned Table on Patreon. So whichever way you watch this. And hopefully if I can keep working with Matt over some stuff, I'll do some drawing for him on this stream sometime too. That would be very fun. All right. So everybody take care, and I'll see you next time. See you next month, but also see you tomorrow. And the day after that, we'll probably do Dune on Friday night. So take care and see you later. Goodbye.